Loser. This is the video where I'm going to explain what a loser is. A loser is somebody who never reaches their true potential. I'd like to put an asterisk on that because sometimes people don't reach their true potential because others just aren't going to let it happen. But that's neither here nor there. So, courage. What was the biggest fucking flaw in myself? Because honestly, when I was screaming about Mary being stupid or hating the cinema guys, one, I do need to block them, and I need to block the other chick from the therapy and just every fucking disgusting member of this church. Because the only thing I see when I look at the cinema show is a stolen future. That's it. That could have been me. Okay? Just like reporting a human trafficking ring could have been me. I could have had something for once in my life. I could have had something that could have catapulted me into greatness and money where I could have done what I wanted to do, which was help people. But then an army of disgusting human beings demonstrated why they don't deserve help on any level. And if I ever did come into money to help people, I would lie to these people and tell them I want to help you, and I'd have a gas chamber around back. Like, come in for a therapy session, and then I'd just gas them. I wouldn't waste my time helping anybody from this church, and that's just a fact. So you should be really cautious around me if you remember. Also, stop sending dumb bitches out to call me love. I'm not interested in your dumb bitches. Okay? I don't want a bitch who's gonna be knifing me in the back every time I try to do anything. If I ever stumble into greatness, which it won't come from money or winning the lottery, because you faggots steal every dollar from me under contract. But, whatever. It'll have to be done through marriage. I'll have to marry a super rich bitch and then have Stu come out and murder her so I can inherit her money. That'd be great. Stu fucking doing what he does, killing somebody for no fucking reason so I can get a large sum of money. Like, just fucking stupid. I can get as angry as I want. I don't fucking care. But this is about courage and understanding the complexities of courage. You see, last night, I realized I can't surrender because I have a traumatized ego. And I had a dream, my ego was on trial, and it just started screaming vitriol and wanted to kill and hurt everybody around it because it was hurt. I didn't realize that thing was that damaged. Yeah. But, what I learned from it, from a third-person view, is, I guess, the truth about this entire situation is I lack genuine courage. But I'm going to explain why I lack genuine courage, so that there is no debate about this, and why I was destined to be a loser. The 4 pillars of courage, particularly in leadership, are vulnerability, clarity, values, trust, rising skills, and resilience. Popularized by the research brain Brown, these teachable skill set enable individuals to navigate uncertainty, emotional risk, and setbacks effectively. Things I've never, well, honestly, setbacks, ADHD people can't handle setbacks. We can't handle losing women. We can't handle breaking up. It's a neurological thing, not a psychological thing. Vulnerability. Embracing uncertainty, risks, and emotion exposure to foster innovation and trust. I have vulnerability in spades. I've been talking about my problems this entire time, in case you haven't been able to tell. Clarity of values, knowing and acting in core beliefs which provide strength and consistency. I have morals and values, which, what do these people in this church have exactly that drive not courage if they don't have morals and values? Is it just defend the human trafficking ring at all costs, get yourself killed? Maybe it's stupidity. That's just like the real power. It's just being as stupid as you can fucking be. Whatever, man. Not without me. But here's the one I do lack. Trust. Building and maintaining repairing trust through behaviors like accountability, integrity, and non-judgment. Trust. You notice I judge a lot of people, by the way. Rising skills, the ability to recover, learn failures, and push forward despite challenges. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and explain trust. Real quick, in a nutshell, this is going to be a fast explanation. Trust. Anal Eating Mummy God goes, having powerful emotions is good and you should express them. Also, we're antisocial and we're going to exploit that and manipulate your emotions. That makes me not want to trust my emotions. Okay. And you might go, Bobby, that's you poison somebody, you fuck them up, you keep fucking them up, you keep doing the wrong thing in every situation, no matter what, you keep hurting them, and then you go, just trust us. No. 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 You don't get it that way. And I'm sorry, I don't give a damn about how anybody feels about it. You don't get it that way. You see, this is the problem when you think you can just be a disgusting person, and then you go, oh, I've treated that guy like shit, and now he's gonna trust me. No. No. The answer's no. And I did learn recently that no is a trauma. The human brain doesn't actually understand the word no, so when you first hear the word no in your life, it's actually a traumatizing event, which is why people avoid telling their kids no. So it lets their ego inflate out of control. Because the ego is a series of injuries. And the more injuries, the more trauma you suffer, the bigger your ego gets because the more control it needs. Me having a learning comprehension disorder is a form of a trauma. It's a defect. Which is why I've been so psychotic, crazy, and angry this entire time. Because if there was one thing I didn't want in my life, it was failing at something because I have a learning disorder. And that is exactly what happened. But it is that tree in the middle of the field while you're riding your four-wheeler. You could be the only tree in the field, but as long as you keep looking at it and thinking, don't hit it, you're going to hit it. And I hit it. Okay. And it hurt. And it still does hurt. And it'll always hurt. But I'll get over it. Because that's what I do. I regret that a whole bunch of people trusted Blondie and Anal Eating Mummy God. And they believed in me. They believed that I was going to rise up. I was going to do the things. And then I was going to return to my rightful place in greatness. People took that guy that was the son of that director that directed Princess Bride that stabbed him to death. He took a bet. A whole bunch of famous actors all took a bet, believing that I was just going to rise up and do something great. And they were like, oh, he's always wanted to be a hero. Yeah, I definitely did when I was growing up. But, you see, the thing about that is I even told Anal Eating Mummy God, I was like, I believe that every little boy wanted to be a hero. I think the truth is, everybody wants to be something great. And there are prices to pay for things, okay? But the price I've already paid is already too high. Okay? Because, like, part of trust is, they talk about in the thing, is believing in some kind of God or something, and I definitely don't. This church is definitive proof there is no God. Okay? God does not exist, because if God existed, he would kill every last one of these sons of bitches. He'd be like, oh, you think manipulating people's a good idea? Oh, you think murdering women's a good idea? Oh, you think eating women's brains is a good idea? You think killing babies is a good idea? And then they'd go, oh no, I'm being judged by the judgment guy. How is this happening? I was raped in the ass, God. I was. And then I made all the bad decisions. And then Bobby came along. Yes, that guy I sent to do the right thing. And then we started hurting him and fucked him up to behave just like us. Selfish, angry, stupid, manipulative, controlling. Oh, these are the good parts. They're the good parts, God. Oh, I got everything I wanted through murder and stealing and lying. It was such a good idea. Oh, why am I going to hell? Because you can persevere in hell. Yeah. Fucking, and when I think about it, like, on my little board over there, it talks about, think about what you can replace what you lost with. Don't think about what you lost, just let it go. And whatever autism I have, I just don't have that capability. But I also don't have the capability for believing. Because I don't know if it's just like, I used to trust in the universe, and then you people came along. Okay? And I don't fucking get, because even all through this, if these were lessons, like, let's assume that Carl Jung wasn't a desperation move by Blondie. And these guys were like, oh, you have to have all of these traits before you can be a leader, before you can come into power, before you can be something. You have to be all of these things because we decided that. And also, you have to be a complete piece of shit. The whole point of everything I did was to kind of prove that you don't have to be a piece of shit and you can win, and I already definitively proved that. The problem is the piece of shit people kind of had to definitively prove the only way to win is by being a complete piece of shit. Okay. And if you are a member of this church, you should just refer to yourself as a piece of shit and nothing more. That would be the best. Yeah, I mean, think about it. The sorrowful soul's good, so being miserable is good. Just be miserable. Be as miserable as you can. Don't take any drugs or anything to negate it. Just accept that you're garbage, okay? And stop hurting people. Just be miserable in a corner somewhere alone. The same way I'm going to be. But yeah. So in every trait, they're like, you have to have these traits. Emotional, you have to be emotional so we can manipulate you. You have to have trust so we can manipulate that. You have to have integrity so that we can use your integrity and get you killed. Oh, you want to save all the people from human trafficking? Here's the price. I kill you! That's what happens! I don't care! You want to do the right thing? I hate that, so I kill you! Death is the only thing that can fix my life in two ways. Me being dead, or every member in this church being killed. And that's not a joke. Whatever happens, happens. But if I'm ever given an opportunity to resume my presidency, the only thing I'm going to tell you guys is the mothership's coming and you need to bring 3 pennies so we can get aboard it, so it can take you to get your planet. The biggest mistake I made when I was president was when I was up there. I had the church give everybody knives, and I was planning on having everybody kill themselves, and I pussied out at the last moment. I realize my mistake now, because the only thing stopping me from having anything in this world is you people, and the only way I could ever have anything is if you were all dead. And I recognize that now. Because, yeah, I could have trust. Yeah, I could have courage. Yeah, I could have all these kind of leader traits, but not really, because if you have those traits, what happens is these bastards manipulate you. And that's the mistake. Okay. And I actually, here's the stupid part. Before any of this started, I actually had this conversation with Anal Eating Mummy God. And he was like, integrity's not about us manipulating you. We're not going to manipulate you through your integrity. I was like, you're fucking lying. Stop lying. And he's, morality, we don't like it. We don't like it. I was, yeah, I know. And then he was like, and we're not going to manipulate you through your emotions. That's not going to happen. As you're lying. You're sending dumb bitches out to pretend they like me. That's emotional manipulation. You guys can't help yourselves. You're like addicts. You're like crackheads. Okay. You're no different than that man in the gutter. The only difference is because you have billions of dollars to back you, you don't ever have to worry about failing. And that's about your only fucking skill. I don't know. Once again, bring 3 pennies. The mothership is coming. You're going to go get your planets. And once you're off this planet, the world won't have to worry about you ever again. Because you're garbage human beings to begin with. And you were garbage when you came in. And I think about this as I call you guys trash. Facing my own insecurities has been why I've been just mean to everybody else. My own inferiorities, everything I'm fucking scared of. Scared of failing this task because I can't learn Pro Se. And I can't learn Pro Se Federal, so not only did I have to learn Pro Se, which would have been significantly easier, by the way, I had to learn Pro Se Federal, which is damn near impossible. Which is exactly what happened to me when I was in school, when teachers would just make the difficulty even harder for no reason. Okay. And what's the other side of this? I call it a bomb threat. I go and punch an officer and then trust you people do the right thing. And I remember Angel Eating Mummy God was like, well, we're not the ones that didn't act with integrity. You poison people. That's not acting with integrity. You threaten to kill people. That's not acting with integrity. You have sex with babies. That's not acting with integrity. Integrity, for the last time, comes from being in alignment with your morals and values. If you do not have morals and values, you cannot have integrity. You are not allowed to. It is not integrity. It is obedience. It is the skill of taking it in the ass. That is it. Nothing more. Don't get it confused with integrity. You guys should rewrite it in your fucking book. Your skill is taking it in the ass, nothing more. But whatever, man. Yeah. So why is this over? I lack those skills, trust. I do not believe in a God, and I will not trust in a God I do not believe in. If God exists, he's an angry child with a magnifying glass. And he absolutely hates good people. He can't stand them. They make him sick. Or, the truth is God left and the devil took over a long time ago. And nobody's figured it out yet. I don't believe I'll ever get a court date. I don't think I'll ever get justice. But if I ever do, you guys need to be prepared that I am just going to make it hurt as badly as I can. I just want to hurt you. Because all you did was hurt me. And I have a smoking gun theory that maybe this entire thing was about trying to force the inferiority complex guy to face his inferiority complex without any real skills or abilities to deal with the fact that he's a fucking loser. But maybe that's just what the truth is I was supposed to look into that and see that I was a loser. And yeah. I don't really give a shit either way, man. There are rich fucks that are allowed to derive their self-worth from the billions of dollars they have, and then I come along and you're like, you're not allowed to have those because you'll get self-worth from it! What's wrong with me having self-worth? What are you afraid of? But, let's be honest. All those things are also never going to be answered.